Loom Pro Football Tonight halftime report is brought to you by Fruit of the Loom, always in season.
Back in the Atlanta studios, Larry Sky Cam showing us our beautiful TNT studios here. At the half, 10-0 Green Bay over the Jacksonville Jaguars. A Favre to Brooks touchdown, the only touchdown of the ball game. This is the Fruit of the Loom halftime report. I'm Vince Giulini, and time enough for the no-huddle highlights. And for that, I have to call in my partner, Mark May. And Mark, we're going to go on the first sound. Ready?
Let's go.
Hut! Let's go. Arizona at Dallas. We started the no-huddle. And Emmitt Smith of the Cowboys looking for a big day. And he would get one against that bad Cardinal rushing defense. So here's Emmitt taking a pass over the middle from Troy Aikman. He breaks 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Cardinal tackles. And finally, he's down to the 1-yard line and would later score. But in the fourth quarter, about 3:10 left in the game, Emmitt Smith is still in there. Tackle falls on the left elbow. He had a bruised elbow. X-rays were negative. Cowboys win 34-20.
Kansas City at Cleveland. The Chiefs go to the pound, and Vinny Testaverde directing the offense. Finds high-priced free agent $17 million man Andre Rison for his first TD of the season. And as a Brown, Cleveland 35, Kansas City 17.
Denver at San Diego, and no Johnny comeback for the Denver Broncos this time. Bobby Ross was dehydrated earlier in the week and out of the hospital here. And there's Natron Means near the goal line. One of 2 touchdowns for him. Career high 27 carries, 115 yards. San Diego 17-6. Fire those cannons.
Philadelphia at Oakland. The Raider fans out in force. May that force be with the Raiders. Ricky Waters gets nailed by Eddie Anderson and coughs up the football. Anthony Robbins picks up the ball and runs it in for the touchdown. The Raiders score 48. That's right, 48 unanswered points. Oakland 48, Philly 17.
Look at the Oakland Raiders. The Jets in Atlanta. In case you missed this game, and you probably did, Boomer and Rich Kotite. Now, this pretty much sums it up for the Jets. They had first and goal, a couple of times they blew it there. Kevin Ross recovers a fumble in the end zone, 13-3.
Houston and Cincinnati, what a difference a week makes. Last week, backup Will Fuhr throws for 4 interceptions in the first half. Chris Chandler throws for 4 touchdowns in the first half. He goes 23 for 26 for 352 yards and 4 TDs. This one, 58 yards to rookie Chris Sanders. Houston wins big, 38-20.
Rich Brooks and his Rams are trying to stay perfect for the month of September, and they do against Chicago. Chris Miller scrambling and finding Todd in the heat kitchen with a touchdown. The Rams are 4-0. Miller's got the moves, 34-28
Minnesota at Pittsburgh. Robert Smith looking to get the Vikes ground game going against a tough Steeler defense. Here, he takes the handoff, loses his shoe, shoeless in Pittsburgh, and rambles 58 yards to the sidelines for the touchdown. He finished the day with 115 yards. Coach Bill Cowher is unhappy with the officiating at Three Rivers. He lets Gordon McCarter know about it. Here, take this. No, you take this. I want you to take this. Minnesota crushes the Steelers 44-24.
Washington, Tampa Bay. Gus Ferrati had one last chance late in the game. Number 89, Galbraith, is dragging there, the tight end. Instead, tries to force it to the back of the end zone and picked by former Redskin Martin Mayhew. Tampa Bay 14-6 a winner.
The game of the Goose Eggs, New Orleans at New York. Big day for running back Rodney Hampton. 33 carries, 149 yards. Here he carries for 4 touchdowns. It's a personal record. The Giants pick up their first win of the season, 45 against the Saints.
The man who helped make that possible, Wayne Weaver, chairman and CEO of the Jaguars. Weaver is also a member of the NFL Properties Executive Committee, a 5-member group in the news recently for filing a $300 million lawsuit against the Cowboys owner, Jerry Jones. Ernie Johnson is standing by with Wayne Weaver in Jacksonville. Ernie?
And I think I could hear what you said, Vince. We're in the midst of a laser show at halftime here in Jacksonville, and Wayne Weaver joins us. And what a festive night this is, like a college crowd out here.
Well, I tell you, we've got the greatest fans in the NFL, Ernie. As you see tonight, Jacksonville has really supported this team, and we're going to be a great NFL community.
You know, these guys expect a lot of themselves. I think the expectation level on the part of the fans is a little lower. They're willing to live with a few hits. What's it like for you to watch a team go with a whole half without a first down?
Well, it's difficult, but we know that we've got the right model. We're building with young players. We're making some big plays out there. Our defense is playing well. We just got to add some impact players as we go along, and this is going to be a great franchise.
Let's move off the field. You've been a busy man. You're right in the middle of something involved now with NFL Properties. You're on the executive committee there and right in the middle of the Jerry Jones situation and the $300 million lawsuit. He says he's done nothing to violate the rules. What is your stance?
Well, I think Jerry is a very entrepreneurial guy that has some very creative ideas, but he's working outside of the system. And one of the things that we've encouraged Jerry to do is that probably there's some inequities in what we do with NFL Properties. But we've invited Jerry to come inside and work with the 29 other teams and make it better. And I think that's where Jerry's gone out of bounds. And I think he's seeing that 28 other owners have censured him on this issue.
Now, is it what he's done with Nike and Pepsi or how he's gone about doing it?
I think it's how he's gone about doing it. He's making these unauthorized deals, Ernie, to raise cash to go out and pay the big signing bonuses. The one thing that's made the NFL great is the vision of the owners back in the early 60s to create the revenue sharing concept, and it gives you the balance with the small along with the big markets. And once that starts to unravel, we're going to be no different than the other sports. We've got plenty of models to point to in the other sports. It doesn't work.
Mr. Weaver, you're a businessman. Does part of you admire what Jerry Jones is trying to do right now? Can you see his side of it?
No, I think, as I said, I think Jerry's a very creative guy. He certainly has some good ideas, but he's going about it the wrong way. You know, the sum of the total is worth more than any of the parts, and we've got to work together as a group. What's next on the horizon? Is there a settlement in the works here that we're going to see, or is that not true? There's a small owners group that's going to meet with Jerry in Washington on Wednesday, and hopefully that reasonable business people can come out to reasonable solutions. Wayne Weaver, we appreciate very much you stopping by tonight, and thank you for your hospitality this week as well. We've had a good time here in Jacksonville. Thank you, Ernie. Wayne Weaver, the CEO and chairman of the Jacksonville Jaguars.